man, so listen, bro, I'm starting to think that a lot of people just don't like KeKe Palmer and they don't even know it yet. They don't even know it yet, but every single thing she does, they are on her neck about. But let's get to it, man. So the other day, KeKe Palmer's network released a trailer for a show called Southern Fried Rice. It's gonna be on her YouTube channel and Facebook channel, and it's about an Asian girl who was adopted by a black family going to a HBCU. All right, let's see some of the trailer right here.
All right, say cheese. Cheese.
Okay, I know I got some explaining to do.
I got it.
Let's start with the elephant in the room.
Yes, I'm Asian. Yes, my family's black. And yes, I've always been hard to miss.
This is Coco. College is what you make it. Once you immerse yourself in the opportunities here, I'm sure that you will find W has so much to offer.
I mean, too hoe or not too hoe, like.
Don't forget who you are. Coco, that girl, Jackson.
For a lot of people, this is hard to understand, but black culture is the only culture I know.
Okay.
Tiger, tiger.
Pride, pride.
W. You know.
For every person that prejudges you, there are dozens of people that can't wait to get to know you.
Yeah.
That's why I chose Wright University. So I could be with people who get me.
So that I can figure out who I am beyond the comfort of what's familiar.
All right, so Southern Fried Rice is out now on KeKe Palmer's YouTube channel, the KeyTV channel. I watched it. I watched the first episode to see what's going on with it, and it was okay. I don't know if I'll watch another episode. It ain't on no Issa Rae type level, but it was okay. I understand the direction. But nevertheless, folks have been on her ass, okay? Someone says KeKe Palmer and Timbaland are some pandering mother effers. If I ever saw one, wasn't KeyTV built to spotlight black creators? So why would a black woman need to tell a story of an Asian girl going to an HBCU? Why are they obsessed with packaging black culture onto Asian women? KeKe Palmer got low racial self-esteem, I fear. KeKe Palmer is the quintessential ooh child. The tea is piping hot black millennial woman who's still stuck on 2011 Kumbaya muling antics. KeKe Palmer's brain every 7 months, just tossing and turning everywhere. Screwed up. CTE, self-induced. KeKe Palmer is so pretty and funny that sometimes you forget she's also a effing moron. KeKe Palmer is so fine, but she's wild, corny, man. Who wants to see a movie about an Asian woman cosplaying a black woman and attending an HBCU? Southern Fried Rice, okay, man. They frying KeKe Palmer for that HBCU show, and it is so well deserved because, girl, what the F? You know how tone deaf KeKe Palmer is. Agents were the ones that got the affirmative action release because one person was mad that they didn't get into an Ivy League school and assumed that black people were responsible for taking the advantage when the entire time it was white women. They said KeKe Palmer really got her black ass in a folks production studio and said, you know what sounds like a good idea? Southern Fried Rice. Well, actually, let's get to their explanations of the situation. So KeKe took to a Twitter, and then Nakia, the writer of the show, spoke and said why she did what she did with the show.
Hey you guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I wanted to chop it up real quick about this series called Southern Fried Rice that's premiering on KeyTV. That is receiving some controversial feedback. Now, Southern Fried Rice was created by Nakia Stevens, and while I can't speak to her inspiration for the show, I can speak to her dedication as a creative. I mean, Nakia has written, show-ran, and produced 4 shows alongside her Damn Right Originals team with KeyTV. And KeyTV has proudly invested over $500,000 on her creations. And I say that because it's not easy to obtain that kind of investment. And KeyTV, this is the ethos of the company. It's a network not just because it has stars and shows or has talent, but because it's about the people who create the shows and connecting them. I mean, we have Alex King, a black queer creator that made the short film Keep Me in Mind. We have Antoine Lachey, who created the horror story Blue Forest. We have Cousin M by a father and son duo, Rosero and Eric McCoy. Chelsea Sanders, who created Make It Make Sense and Unlabeled by Lawrence Murray. Chelsea also did Dear Kiki. Look, what you like is subjective, but the support of black creatives is not. And it's a task that KeyTV takes on with pride, because if you want to be a creative, you have to be able to create. And that takes money. And it's KeyTV's mission to find the funds for you to be in practice, for you to experience trial and error, and to take your projects off the page and get more than one chance to do it in action. So whether you like it all or some or none, I say give these creatives a chance to grow as we continue to grow in supporting them. So God bless you guys. And like I said, Nakia has Southern Fried Rice that's coming out most recently, but she has Nepotista, Ho and Tails, and Psychology of Fuckboys. That's also some great stuff for you to check out. Take care. Thanks for listening. Holla at your girl.
Hello, hi. I wanted to come on here and first and foremost say thank you so much for watching the Southern Fried Rice trailer. I'm seeing the comments, I'm seeing the support, I'm seeing the discourse, and as a storyteller, I welcome it. I welcome conversation, I welcome curiosity. And for those of you who've been following me and supporting my journey, y'all know that Southern Fried Rice is 10 plus years in the making. And, you know, it was inspired by my own HBCU experience and observations as a student at Savannah State University, the first public HBCU in Georgia. But no, I had friends at Savannah State University and people in my orbit who were non-Black and had to navigate a historically Black space. And I saw how hard and challenging and fun and beautiful it was for them to do so. And that sparked my curiosity and honestly planted the seed for Southern Fried Rice. And obviously over the years, it has been massaged into something more deeper and nuanced. But that was ultimately the seed, right? And I think my ultimate goal was to spark conversation around culture, around belonging, and around identity. And so that's what I think I've done. And I'm very proud of Southern Fried Rice. Furthermore, I'm very proud of the people behind Southern Fried Rice, other than me, the people I collaborated with. So a Black woman director who also attended an HBCU, 3 producers who also attended HBCUs. Some of our cast and crew also attended HBCU. So these are people who love and protect Black culture and hold it close to their hearts, who were collaborating on this project. And so yeah, I'm proud of it. And I'm also first and foremost, well, I already said it first and foremost, second most, I have to say thank you to KeKe and KeyTV for allowing me the opportunities. Like, this is my 4th project with KeyTV. So we have Ho and Tail, we had Nepotista, we had the Psychological Evolution of Fuckboys, and now we have Southern Fried Rice. And I'm just so grateful that they, and especially KeKe, has been a huge champion of me and my storytelling, and honestly has contributed her own money into these projects so that we can tell these stories. And so definitely want to shout out KeyTV and KeKe Palmer, because they have been huge champions for the kind of stories that we want to tell, which are these beautiful nuanced stories that spark conversation. So KeKe gave me a chance, and I'm asking for you all to give this a chance and tune into Southern Fried Rice and see for yourself and continue to support Black creators. Thank you.
Okay, now that's what they're saying. Let's see the response and reactions to this. Someone says, do y'all not realize how long it takes for a show, movie to go into production? This was probably many years in the making. On God, y'all really cry about everything. Just congratulate her and move on. Everything isn't always that deep. And if you support her this time, then hopefully she can be a part of more shows and movies that tell more Black stories. Yeah, you lost me with this one, KeKe. A better concept would be a Black girl that was adopted by a white family and her journey into finding her Blackness at an HBCU. My point is, like, that story can be told too. I'm gonna tell my thoughts as we discuss this, but I think that story can be told as well. A person says, I think y'all started to dislike KeKe and just picking. Agents definitely rally hard against Blacks and don't accept us in their spaces. Kind of wild she make a show about one at a historically Black college. Okay, y'all so dramatic. There's been plenty of HBCU movies. She did something different from a different point of view. Get over it. I love my Asian friends. All right. Mind you, this only internet talk. Y'all do not be caring in real life. This person says, I mean, as a person who went to an HBCU, I see no wrong here. We not going to act like there are not many different cultures and ethnicities that attend. Y'all want to make everything an issue to be mad at her for? Hell, most black shows we grew up on and love. This person says, are we supposed to act like there aren't different races that also attend HBCUs? Y'all can't be mad about everything when the story still spotlights HBCU. Tone deaf or not, it's literally happening on campus. And I'ma say this, bro. Let's just talk. I come from the perspective of, it's a YouTube series, by the way. Once again, it's just a YouTube series, but it's a black producer, black writer, black director, and they just trying to take ownership of a perspective of a story. They have a different hook for it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I understand the perspective as far as the Asian girl going to the HBCU and people saying it's tone deaf, but how do you guys know that a student is not going to confront the girl about that on the show? Like, I don't know, but it will be smart in the writing to have that perspective in there, you know, the girl being confronted about that thing. But mainly my point of view is just that we shouldn't limit the creativity of our black creators at all, especially when they are the ones that telling the stories. I think, you know, this is something that does happen. You do have different ethnicities that go to HBCUs, and someone eventually is going to tell their story about that shit, because it is an interesting perspective of a person that's not black going to HBCU. It is. It's unique. So with that being said, whomever that may tell that story one day, do you want a black producer or black director to be the one to direct that shit? Or do you want an Asian person, a white person to be that person to direct a movie or a show that's mainly about HBCU culture? I watched the show, the first episode, just to be sure. She's the only non-black person in the entire cast. The only one that I seen. I can't remember anyone else but her. So for what I'm saying, it's looking like it's trying to be like a dramedy that's going to be showing us the point of view of an HBCU. We're going to be looking at it through the lens of someone who's very unique, not the typical HBCU story. We've seen plenty of HBCU stories before. It's just a unique twist to it. That's just my take though. I understand perspective as far as Asians suing because of affirmative action. I get that. I understand from that perspective. I 100% get that. I would say if I did this shit, I would have done like an ensemble cast, not like really one main character. Like that girl may have not been the main character, but a part of the ensemble. Y'all know how Insecure is or Euphoria is, where you have a main character but then the side characters have very important roles or episodes just about them. Yeah, I think the story could have been a bit stronger if it was a duo, an Asian and a black girl duo, than just one Asian girl. That's what I would have done differently. Hey, that's Nakia's vision, and she saw her vision through. Her thought became a thing, and that's her vision. I can't say shit about that. People gotta just figure out if they like it or not. The first episode already had some issues and some comment section based on the girls, I believe the Asian girl's sister through adoption, and her storyline is that she wasn't able to go to college with her Asian sister because she had a child at 17 years old, and people gonna get pissed off about that. I'm gonna tell you that for sure. But it is TV. You need conflict, and that's some realistic conflict, no matter how much y'all hate to see it on TV. One thing that kills me sometimes is that some folks just want to see just all fantasy on TV. They don't want to see conflict, but at the same damn time, they do want to see conflict because y'all watch that shit all damn day on Tyler Perry Productions. It be anything that can't go wrong will go wrong when it comes to a Tyler Perry show or a movie. So, oh no, man. Y'all just gonna see, man. I personally, I don't know if I'm gonna continue watching it. I just want to see the first episode just to have context, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just one story that they're telling. They're gonna tell much more stories in the future. Y'all gotta chill out with all this outrage shit, man. Y'all gotta pick and choose y'all battles. I think y'all just hate KeKe Palmer now, but y'all just don't want to admit it. Just go ahead and admit it, man. Y'all let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.